Welcome back to Cookbook Corner. We have absolutely missed being in the kitchen. This is September's Cookbook Corner, and we are going to be doing Squash Fritters from Arkansas Cookery by Kat Robinson, local author and food enthusiast. And we are going to be using some diced onions. It is 1/4 of a cup is what the recipe calls for. 2 cups of grated squash, 1 egg, salt, pepper, and vegetable oil for frying. And then we've got some sugar and flour that we'll use to mix into our egg and squash mixture. I will say we are doubling this recipe because we have a bunch of hungry librarians to feed. So we have 4 cups of squash and 2 eggs. All right, so we are gonna get started making our squash fritters. We've already got our vegetable oil in the skillet getting hot. And we doubled our recipe, so we are going to use 2 tablespoons of flour instead of the 1 that the recipe calls for. And then we are going to do 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of sugar. I have a 1/2 teaspoon, so you will see me going back and forth several times. So there's 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of our sugar. And then we've got 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of salt, and a dash of pepper. And we are going to take our grated squash, dump it in our big old bowl, grab our onions, crack your eggs into your squash and onion mixture. And we are going to get that good and mixed together. So once you've got your squash, eggs, and onion all mixed together, you are going to fold in those dry ingredients. So we are going to just shake those on top and then do some folding. You want to make sure you get all of that flour, salt, and sugar. That is what's going to help keep your squash fritters together and help give them a coating on the outside. All right, we have got our mixture ready, and we are going to start dropping them in some hot oil. I like to spread mine out just a little bit so they can get a good even layer for cooking. Feel free to make yours as mounded as you'd like. You are going to want to cook these on one side for several minutes before you flip them to the other side to finish. We are going to start with those 4 so we don't crowd our pan. We've got our plate with paper towels ready so that we can put them off to the side for them to drain and cool. I would definitely recommend having that ready to go when you start cooking so that you're not scrambling at the last minute. You definitely want to be very careful with these. They are fragile, so when moving them, I would definitely recommend just gently sliding. I would recommend getting a big spatula too so that you can easily flip them over rather than having to have them be off to the side or fall off. And honestly, I flipped mine a little too early. You're gonna want them a little bit browner than this before you flip them. So just a heads up for those of you who aren't super comfortable frying, you want it to be basically this color right here across the whole thing before you flip it over. All right, so we don't have a whole lot of finished products to show you because we're the hungry librarians and we've been snacking on them. They are in fact absolutely delicious. I would wholeheartedly recommend you make this recipe. We are working on the last little bit of our mixture here. I got tired of spooning it out, so I decided to just do a big old squash pancake. So we're waiting for it to kind of color on the side before we can flip it. And yeah, made Squash Fritters from Arkansas Cookery by Kat Robinson. Thank you so much for joining us for September's Cookbook Corner. As a reminder, we made Squash Fritters from Arkansas Cookery by Kat Robinson. She has several other cookbooks and books that talk about food around the state. So definitely give her a check out. You can check out this specific Arkansas Cookery cookbook from the Faulkner County Library. Just go to your account and place it on hold. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future cookbook corners.